Hello truckers and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Looks like this first load that we're going to be doing today is at the same place where we dropped off, so let's hop over here. We're going back to Great Britain because the only loads that were nearby were going back to Great Britain, so we're going to have to hop back across the channel again. Not necessarily a horrible thing, but you know, just like in American Truck Simulator, I'm trying to go to different places other than just running back and forth from the same spots. So we want to try to get over into, you know, France and Belgium and the Netherlands and... Do I have access to any of this stuff over here? I don't remember. I mean, I'm guessing since I have cities unlocked over here. It's been a long time since I messed around with this, but okay, so I think I'm guessing since I have cities unlocked here. I didn't realize I had all this. Okay, anyways, we're heading back up to Cambridge in the United Kingdom. We're gonna take this nice 7,000 euro job. So, and actually, I'm sorry, I should have done this while I was off camera, but I forgot. I do need to go down and change my setup so that I'm able to turn off the steering camera and the blinker camera when I don't want those. Because right now, as I'm backing up, I really don't want those. I'm able to look around, I gotta turn my head tracking off. Okay, there we go. And we'll turn the steering tracking off so that I can actually look backwards and see what I'm doing. Oop, helps to go backwards. I think I was actually parked almost right in front of that one anyway when I first popped into here, but whatever. Alright, get ourselves around this. Oops. Isn't there a look back camera? Is there? I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I remember seeing a camera option where there was an out the window option. Is that something I can just set instead of having to do? Sorry, at least it's just popped on my head. It popped into my head. Lean out camera. Does that lean out? Does that lean me out backwards? So let me do this. I mean, yeah, kinda. Oh, but it doesn't allow... Okay, so... Yeah, I wish there was an interior view camera that just puts you right here, and then you could just pop back forward. I don't want to have to switch back to... So if I do that and I press 1... okay, I mean, that kind of works. So I just need to... Okay, so I just need to set up... Sorry, I know this is not the most interesting thing in the world, and if you leave the video, I'm not going to blame you, because I should have did this off camera, but I'm here, and I might as well fix it. So I think for interior camera, I want it to be that. And then our lean out camera, I want it to be that. So that way, I can just be like, boom. And then boom. And then boom, 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 boom. Ah, yeah, that's way better. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Now oh, that's so much better. Okay, cool. I don't necessarily like the angle, but, yeah. It's way better. That is so much better. Being able to just snap to it instead of having to... Oh, it's so much better. Okay. So let's grab this load. We'll get across the channel, and then, here we go. Okay. On the road again. Well, on the boat again, really, because we're going straight back to Britain. It's not that I have a problem with going to Britain. It's just I don't want to keep going to the same spaces. And it feels like in the beginning of the game, you end up going back and forth between the same locations over and over again. Oh, okay. I must have pushed a little too far out into the road there. Sorry, I had to turn my turning camera back on so I could actually see where I'm turning to. Oh, and you know what? I need to adjust the sensitivity on this one too because I had it too sensitive, and I switched it down to about 75 on my. Or I'm sorry, I switched it down to 150 on that. Oh, come on, all right, my OCD won't let me just leave it like that. And then I brought my braking intensity up to about 75 because that felt like a slightly better. 50% was too little. I was having to stomp on the brakes to stop when I had it set to that. So you got to kind of adjust those things as you go. So we're going around the roundabout here. Doesn't look like there's anybody coming. Get ourselves around the roundabout and exit and head over to the boat. Make sure my microphone is up high enough so that I'm getting enough resonance out of my voice and it doesn't sound like all tinny and far away. Hopefully that's close enough. I don't know. Let's see. We need to get off here at this next exit. There we go. I think this is it, right? Yeah. That GPS unit up there is really small, so you know I have a hard time sometimes following it. So we'll get over to the boat. We'll get over to the island, and then get this load dropped off. Depending on how long it takes us to get this load done, I may throw in a second one. Just so these videos are just a little bit longer. 20 minutes is a good video length, I think, but one load per video when they're only really short, we're not going to make a lot of progress in the career mode if I'm only doing one load at a time. So for the foreseeable future, I'm probably going to continue doing 2 loads and just making like closer to 40-minute videos. You guys let me know in the comments which you prefer. Do you like having these nice little short videos where you're just kind of hanging out for 20 minutes, or do you want the longer ones where we're progressing through the career mode a little bit faster? What do you think? I'm indifferent either way, because for me, playing this game is mostly. I have other games that I play. It takes me 2 to 3 hours to record all this stuff. So if you guys are fine with shorter videos and you want it to be like that, I'm cool with it. So just let me know what you guys want. Majority rules for that. What I want watch time is what I'm trying to get to. And if you guys are gonna not watch the video because the time says 40 minutes rather than 20 minutes, I'd rather get 20 minutes of watch time from a lot of people than 40 minutes of watch time from 3 people. The math just works out better that way. And I was saying in the American Truck Simulator as I was going through that the name of the game in YouTube is watch time. It's not necessarily how many views you get. It's how engaging your content is. It's how long people stay to watch the content. So I want to make sure that the format, at least, even if I'm not necessarily interesting, is at least appealing to those of you who are into truck simulators, so that when you see that time on there, you're like, oh yeah, 20 minutes is a good time. Or, nah, we're not progressing through the stuff fast enough. If I'm going to sit and watch this guy, we need to be advancing in the career. So let me know what you guys think. Pop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want. Let me know what you guys think is going to be the best approach to this. And then, let me know what you think. Head tracking versus no head tracking. I'm still very much on the fence about it, because the head tracking is a much more convenient way of looking around. It's a much more accurate way of looking around. It's a much more controllable way of looking around. But then at the same time, it has the issue of, if I need to crane my neck or look around like I just did, you're going to look around with me. Even if it has nothing to do with the game itself, if I'm not specifically looking at something. I've heard other content creators mention that their viewers have mentioned that they don't enjoy looking around too much because it makes, I guess, motion sickness or something like that. So I think I'm kind of leaning towards just trying to get a lot of mastery with the in-game camera options, and just hopefully get it to the point where you can't even really tell whether I'm using head tracking. I mean, obviously the snapping back and forth is going to make it useful, but we get to the point where I intuitively know which buttons to press and when to turn things on and off and all that stuff, so that it's a nice seamless transition. All right, so we're back in Britain, which means we need to be on the left side of the road here. And we have to get up this insanely steep hill, because for whatever reason they decided to build this insane. I guess they wanted to make sure that the trucks didn't come speeding out of here, but it's just annoying because you have to like claw your way up this hill, because it's really steep. Like, you have to be at full throttle, and I'm still like just barely getting up it. So I mean, I guess I kind of understand the thought process, but it's like, I need to let these cars go. Well, that car was right there in my blind spot too. I couldn't see anything. All right, let's get turned off this way. We need to get over to the right. I don't see anybody there, so we'll go ahead and get over. And we'll get on our way to Cambridge. How do you say? You know what? I'm gonna repeat probably for the rest of these episodes that I do, because I know I'm always gonna get new people who are coming in and they've never seen these videos. I am an American, if you can't tell by my accent, and I don't know how to pronounce European names, so I think it's Cambridge or something like that, but I don't know for sure. I apologize in advance for butchering any names that I may butcher, but yeah, I don't speak French, and I don't have a British accent, and I don't know the British pronunciations for things, so if I mangle it, just don't want to get a ticket. If I mangle it, just understand that I don't know any better. Sorry. If somebody provides me with correct pronunciation, I will try to remember, but I make no promises. Ideally, it's not something that reasonable people are going to get offended about anyways. I don't get mad when people come over here and mispronounce American names for things. Hopefully you won't get mad if I as an American mispronounce European names for things. To be perfectly honest with you, if that's something that you get offended about, you need to reevaluate your life. There's much more important things in the world than the way somebody pronounces things. All right, we're gonna get through this little city part here, but hopefully the light won't take very long. Getting ready to break the video because I feel like as soon as I press the pause button, though, the light's gonna change and then we're gonna go. Yeah, see, if I had pressed the pause button, I would have just brought it right back. So let's get on the road here and out to our destination. We still have 210 kilometers though, so I don't know. We're already 12 minutes into this video, and we still got a fair bit of distance to cover. So this is probably going to be a single video, or I'm sorry, a single video. This is probably going to be a single load video. Is what I was trying to say. And I don't think you can turn on red in any of the European countries, right? I'm pretty sure that's just an American thing. So we have to actually sit here and wait, but fortunately they do give us the little yellow warning that the light's about to change. That's something I wish they would implement here in America, so that, you know, hopefully people would pay a little bit more attention. Light changes. What was that noise? Somebody honk at me? The light changes to green, and people are sitting there screwing around on their phone, and they're just sitting there, and you're like, dude, are you gonna go? You're wasting the light. Can you not sit at the light at a green light? That's really annoying. I have to say though, I'm looking forward to getting into some of the bigger loads, especially when we start getting into like doubles and maybe even triples at some point. And since I appear to have the what's it called? The Scandinavia pack. Hopefully we can get up there and there's going to be some snow, but I don't remember if the base game has snow, and I don't think I downloaded well, I need to turn right up here and eventually, anyways, I think it's telling me I need to turn right. The map is so small over there, it's hard to tell. No, I think if I was going to turn right, they would have had me turn right way back there, so I think we're staying on this road for a while. Oh, let me slow down. Actually, let me get my cruise control turned on. We'll set it to 45 kilometers because my little conversion up there is telling me that 48 is the limit right now. And we'll just let the cruise control handle it. But anyways, as I was saying, I think as we saw from the map, I think I do have the Scandinavia DLC, so maybe we'll be able to drive up there at some point and experience some of the snow. But I don't know. I don't remember if that DLC included snow as part of its thing. So if there's places you can go up there where maybe there's some snow, I don't really think that was something that was included as part of the game. So I don't know. We'll have to find out. Hopefully we get speed increase here, so we'll pop it up to 80 kilometers an hour. We still have 205 kilometers to go, so this is definitely going to be a single trip video. A nice time of day, though. the nice little sun rays off the trees and all the cars driving by, the sound of the truck, the feeling of the open road. It's pretty nice. I don't really know what I want to talk about right now. I think I'm also still kind of on the fence about whether I'm going to do cuts for these videos or not, because, you know, I have a feeling that most people watch these trucking videos because they want to just kind of zone out for a little while and experience driving down the road. And maybe they don't have the kind of computer that allows them to play games like this, but they still want to experience that feeling of just kind of going down the road. And they don't necessarily want to watch a real vlogger doing it because I've noticed that when I watch real guys do it, the video for that almost invariably tends to be kind of choppy because the truck is actually bumping around a lot. So it can be kind of uncomfortable to watch, especially if you're the kind of person that experiences motion sickness. I have to imagine that's pretty uncomfortable for you. Let's get up to 9. Let's get up to the speed limit here because I'm driving really slow. I didn't realize that the speed limit had bumped up, and because, you know, I'm only halfway paying attention to driving because I'm trying to think of things to talk about. So, I don't know. I have to imagine there's a mix of people who... You can't please everybody, and I have to imagine there's some people who get on these videos and they're like, dude, shut up, just let me watch you drive. But I'm almost positive that that's not the majority of people. I have to imagine the majority of people get on and are interested in hearing the content creator talk, because there's a million people out there doing videos just like this one, and the person you pick to watch is based off of their personality, not necessarily the game that they're playing. So as much as I'd love to just sit here and drive on camera for 40 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever, that's not sustainable for a YouTube channel. I gotta try to figure out ways to be at least relatively interesting so that you know, enough people stick around for the videos to increase my watch time. And then once I'm able to, you know, fully monetize my channel, get that ad revenue, and hopefully start making a little bit of money. I do need to figure out the affiliate links, though, because, you know, there's several things that I'm perfectly content to put on my channel to, you know, recommend to you guys to purchase as PC peripherals and things like that, like the yoke and rudder pedals that I'm using as a kind of jury-rigged steering wheel setup. In addition to the wireless mouse that my wife bought me for my birthday about a year ago. Ugh. Oh yeah, you know what? The day that you're watching this actually is going to be my birthday, because this will be publishing tomorrow, and tomorrow's my birthday. Well, today, the day that this recording is being officially published, January 12th is my birthday. So, yep, I'm gonna be 41. It hurts. It hurts to say that. I'm gonna be 41 freaking years old. It's like the older you get, the more your birthday becomes more of a ugh moment than anything else. I gotta tell you. All right, let's get slowing down so we can. I slowed down too much. Let's get slowing down so we can get up this get around this grade here without hopefully flipping over. So yeah, and if you're the kind of person who's saying, dude, you're 41 and you're trying to make YouTube your dream, I know. But after, you know, more than 10 years as a Marine, and then another 10 years after that working in the private sector, I'm just like, I don't want to work for anybody. If I can figure out a way to get out of working for people and just work for myself, I really want to figure that out. So I've been going real hard on the YouTube thing because it feels like it's the only real avenue I have available to me that, you know, kind of somewhat aligns with my interests, and then, you know, will hopefully provide me with an independent, a relative, I mean, obviously, you know, Google can come along at any time and just yank everything, but a relatively independent means of being able to make money for myself. So hopefully if I can figure out how to be interesting enough, I can get to the point where I'm making plenty of money, where, you know, I'm getting that ad revenue, you know, affiliate links for, you know, the various equipment that I'm using. And, you know, especially if I start making enough money where I can start upgrading my computer, I can start adding more things, because I'm not gonna put a link for something that I don't use myself. I'm not gonna just, you know, throw things out there and hope that somebody buys it, and then they buy the product thinking that I recommended it, and then they're mad at me because I gave them a recommendation for something. I want to only recommend things or advertise for things that I use myself, or that I've at least tried out and I thought it was good, but maybe I don't necessarily want to use it myself, but I can see the value in it. So, you know, I want to be open to advertising, but not necessarily a hoe for it. You know what I mean? Because people will stop trusting you if you start advertising for things that are just a bunch of crap. We have 100 kilometers still to go, and I'm ready to get there already. So I guess my call of this being a single trip video is absolutely accurate, because it's taking us forever to get to our destination. I'm just glad the speed limit is somewhat reasonable up in here, because, I mean, I don't know. 97 kilometers an hour is what in miles? Pretty close to 60? So, I mean, I guess it's not really any better than California. I want to get up into that 70 mile an hour range. That would be nice. Oh, we need to start getting over, because there's a turn up here, and I want to make absolutely sure that I don't end up tipping over as we do this. So let's get nice and slow, because it's faster to go slow through a section than to have to reload your game from way back in the freaking trip. I'd rather just take it slow, take it nice and easy, reduce damage to the truck and the trailer and all that cool stuff. You know what I keep forgetting to do? I keep forgetting to give you guys exterior views of the trucks. So let's go ahead and see if we can figure that out now. Can I get a drive-by view, or... What's the drive-by view? Okay. There we go. There's the truck. That's what we're driving today. I'll try to remember to do that at the beginning of the videos from now on. Like, once we get attached to the trailer, I'll try to remember to get an exterior view so that you guys can see what we're driving and not just only ever get the cockpit view of things, because I know that kind of sucks. It's like I said in one of my videos as I've been recording this morning. The reality of doing a performance thing like this, especially the way that I do it, where it's pretty much just I perform and the performance is what it is. I'm basically doing streaming as a recording person, mostly because I want to have the recording schedule, but the streamer approach to it. So I figured out a way to pretty much completely remove video editing from my recording process, which is really nice, but it also means that I have to be on point while I'm recording so that I can justify saving that time by not having to cut and paste things all over the place. So anyways, as I was saying for one of my videos as I was doing this, it might have even been this one, I don't remember if I'm repeating myself, but if you're doing any kind of performance stuff like this, practice is the thing that makes things better, and that means that there's going to be a growth process and a development process, and just like a comedian goes and takes their jokes out there and figures out which ones works and which ones don't, and refines their product until they're ready to go out and like do a Dave Chappelle special or something like that. Doing YouTube in the way that I'm doing it is going to be that exact same process. The early parts of it are going to have stuff that's good about it, stuff that's bad about it. You kind of have to refine as you go, yank out things that don't work, add new things that do work until you have a nice finished product that people enjoy and it works. So I will eventually get into a format where everything's automatic for me and I don't have to really think about it anymore, and you'll get all the good stuff, and it'll just be something that just kind of happens because I've practiced it to the point where I don't have to think about it anymore. Just like my intros and my exits are basically the same thing over and over again. Those of you who watch my videos a lot will probably get tired of hearing the same thing over and over again, but it makes it so that when new people pop in, they're not getting some rambly thing that turns them off and makes them want to walk away from the video. They're like, oh, this guy sounds like he's put together. I'm not. I've just practiced my intro enough that it sounds nice and professional. And I've practiced my exit enough that most of the time, if I don't space out I don't have like a brain space out for a couple of seconds at the end, it sounds like it sounds professional. And that's the secret to making anything like this good, is just doing it enough and practicing enough and you know, having a decent enough script of it in your mind where it's automatic and it sounds natural and flowy and professional and all of that. And that just, it takes practice. It takes doing it over and over again. It takes having crappy videos for a while and, you know, building into the place where, you know, you're not wasting time. You don't have empty space in your intros, or it doesn't sound like you're lost or anything like that. It's practice. And you have to accept that some of the stuff you put out is going to suck, and be willing to change it when it does. That's the end of the game there. That's the hard part for a lot of people. They think, they get on and they think that, you know, what they're doing is good, and it's just not. And you have to be willing to make changes. Excuse me, all this talking is making my throat hurt. It's making my chest eject congestion into my throat. Excuse me. But fortunately, we're almost at the end, so I'm going to take a break to let the dogs out, and then come back and do my flight video. And that one, I don't know. I still don't have really. I still don't really have any idea what I'm going to do with the flight sim videos. I want to do it because I have this yoke here that I'm using, and I'm actually getting a lot of use out of it now because I'm using it for my steering wheel, but which, you know, mostly works. It's obviously not a one-for-one simulation, but it's good enough. It gives me the feeling that I'm driving down the road. No shifter, obviously, but, you know, trucks these days are almost all going automatic anyway, so it's still sort of realistic. But for the flight sim videos, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of trying to start out with a bunch of random videos to give you guys a chance to, you know, leave some comments on what kind of videos you'd like to see. I think I need to turn left here. It's hard to see the map right now. And then it's gonna be a right. So do I have to get over before somebody gets me? All right. So let's get over here. Then I don't think it's here. I think it's the next turn up there. I can't tell. Nope. Yeah, we screwed that up. And we get to sit at the light. That sucks. Well, added a couple minutes onto our trip here because I couldn't tell. I mean, I guess technically I could have done that, and it would have been. I need to just get in the habit of doing that once I get close to my destination, so that I can actually see where we're going. Because once we get into these little towns like this, did the light change and then immediately go back? I was too busy looking at my, or did somebody run the light? I'm pretty sure there were two cars in front of me a second ago. All right, well, whatever. Let's go ahead and get over here. And I need to get in the habit of adjusting my zoom so that when we get into these towns here, it's easier to see what's going on. Because especially on this, like the windshield GPS on my other truck. Oh, my other truck in American Truck Simulator is quite a bit bigger. Well, that sucks. I didn't think I was going to hit him, but whatever. Doesn't help that I can't see my mirror over there, but whatever. All right, let's get turned over here. All right, we'll do the right thing and we'll stop and wait for this truck to go. I'm in a hurry because, like, I want to, and then he's gonna stop. I appreciate that he had consideration for me, but I kind of wish he had just gone. All right, let's get over here into this yard. We'll get this thing parked, and then we'll be done for the day. So, yeah. Okay, so I generally like to look out my left window as we do these. So let me get over here and ideally not crash. I'll swing around this way. I'll stick my head out the window and then... All right, so is this the same? All right, so I need to make sure that when I go back to my American Truck Simulator, and then I need to turn the steering control off. So we need to go a little bit to the left here so I can see. There we go. Now I can do this. Because this is the view I prefer when I'm backing into spaces. Oops, other way, other way, other way. I don't know why I'm still struggling to remember which direction to turn the freaking steering wheel. Alright, let me focus here so I can hopefully just get this done. And then we can... Oh, too far. Yeah, Damn it. All right, one of these days I will figure this out. Okay, there we go. I don't know. Even as much as I've done this, there's just something unnatural about the way backing up works. Good enough. All right. So hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to more viewers. We want to get as many people along for these rides as we can, and that can only happen with your participation. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you can watch it as soon as possible. And for those of you who can't wait for the next episode, be sure to click that join button because channel members get early access to my videos along with other perks for supporting the channel. So click that button, check out the list, and decide if that's something that is worth it for you to help support out the channel. So, as I said, hope you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.